Today for the Kroger 250 lap race here, so a full race for the truck series, not one that we have had a lot of on this side of the series. We did have the last two races as 50% races at both Las Vegas and Atlanta, or sorry, not Las Vegas, Atlanta, and then the second race of the year at California. Both of those races, we ended up getting a win at Atlanta in the last race and a 19th place finish in the second race of the year at California Speedway. The only time we did run a 100% race would have been the season opener at Daytona. We led 95 of 100 laps that day en route to our victory. So what will happen here today? I'm starting at the back, but it's not because I did not practice or qualify. It is because I did qualify, and I qualified dead last. I'm not sure exactly why. I'm really struggling for grip. That's what it boils down to. It's kind of hard to put into words because I really am not used to qualifying at the back like this. Obviously, we have really good equipment with racing as Mike Skinner for this season. So I just need to get this truck planted to the ground. Hopefully, setup-wise, I did everything I needed to for the race to do that. Might have to try to finagle my way through the corners a little bit better. I don't know if I have to back it down even more, but that seems like that won't work considering that I was already last. I would imagine if I would have carried more speed on entry than I know I could into the corner, it just didn't want to grip up for me to do that. So I'll do what I can. No guarantees we're going to get a good finish today. So I'll take anything. Give me a top 10, I'll take it. Top 10 and hopefully a clean day as I hit the wall as we get up to speed. Green flag is in the air and we're underway. Chad McCumbee is on the pole of all drivers. Almost had to come to a complete stop to make that first turn. I was expecting a checkup, and we definitely got a checkup. All right. We can get through this. Maybe. What was that? That was a log jam. That's what that was. Ran right into the back of the car in front of me. That's pretty harsh, too. I definitely feel I'm faster than the trucks at the back of the pack. Maybe it's just a glitch with qualifying. It could be. Speed is up more in qualifying than what it is in the race. I'm being very patient. The only problem is, obviously, starting at the back of the pack on this short of a racetrack. We could be in danger of going a lap down if we do get a long green flag run to start things off today. It's going to be hard not to make contact passing everybody through the field. If they crowd me like they do on the 1.5 miles, this truck's going to be beaten and battered in our wayward through the field. Billy Kramer, Wade, Ethan Chua, Michael Turner, thanks for tuning in. 9 seconds off the lead already. Qualifying time glitch? I'm hoping that's what it is. Kind of sucks because it's like, what's the point of qualifying if you know it's just going to be glitched? I mean, this is not the same car I had for qualifying. Maybe I just had to back the speeds up more. I don't know. I'll try to figure it out. We'll have other races at Martinsville on this game. Other series as well. There we go. Slow and steady is going to win this race. I got chopped off a lot by that 128 truck. How can you say they're going to win? I'm embarrassed. You know, to be completely honest, I did state that Billy Uso would have been the reason that we lost the game. Because he's going to give up 4+ goals. What did he do? He gave up 5 goals and they got an empty netter at the end of the game, too. I was expecting offensively we might have been able to produce more. He's not cut for the NHL. He's a great hockey player in the scheme of things where, you know, when he's on the minor league level, he tears it up. There's nothing wrong with being a great minor leaguer. I mean, you look at it on the NASCAR standpoint, you know, Justin Allgaier. My gosh, what is going on here? Why are we going so slow? That guy was hooked on the guy in front of me, and then I couldn't go anywhere. That wadded us all up. Welcome to the stream, Ryan Berwick. I called it, though, on Villauso giving up 4+ goals. I mean, offensively, they did what they could. Can't rely on your team to score more than 3 goals to win a game. Last year on his contract, okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. Definitely won't be re-signing it. I'd be shocked if they do. I mean, he's fine, I guess, if he stays at the minor league level. Just stop bringing him up when we need goalies. There's got to be somebody else we could try. Because we've already been there, done that with him multiple times. Not only multiple times this season, but multiple times last season. He was brought into the team to be a starter at the NHL level. That's the crazy thing. You should not be giving up 5 goals to the worst team in the league. So we're up to 23rd, 13 positions gained in the first 16 laps, excuse me. I thought that was going to be lap 16 going on 17. The 5s and the 6s on my TV screen with this game, they look very similar to one another. I've been getting those confused a lot. I think, what was it, the Vegas race? I was thinking there was 30 to go, but there was, or no, I was thinking there was 20 to go, but there was actually 30 laps left for the Cup Series. Maybe it wasn't Vegas. It was a race. I remember automatically thinking basically had 10 more laps than what I was thinking we had left. I did not race that guy clean unless he was talking about the guy in front of me. Drove it right into his left front fender. Chad McCumbie's already caught the back of the pack as well. 13 seconds off the lead. Like I said, top 10, I'd be all right with that. Our first short track on this game, still trying to get used to the handling of the truck, because it's definitely different. I had so much grip in NASCAR 07 on the short tracks. And there's definitely a lack of grip on the short tracks, at least for the Truck Series side of things, that I can only imagine when we get into faster cars with the Busch and the Cup Series, what that's going to look like when we go to a Martinsville. We're only a couple more Cup races away from that, so we'll see. Yeah, that pass from Larkin to Raymond on that faceoff was awesome. Still wasn't as good as the second goal from Tarasenko. That pass off the back of the boards by design, that was sick. I've never seen something like that before. Well executed like it was, at least. I've seen guys try it before, because I think they tried it earlier in the game. Pass off the boards. And now he did get a lucky bounce off the goalie's pad to him. I don't know how much of that was by design, but take it for what it was. Spectacular. Which made it even more frustrating that, like, less than a minute later, after both of those awesome goals, to get us right back in, and we would give up a goal within a minute or two after the fact. I did see the news. Yep, Junior Motorsports will be fielding Justin Allgaier in the Daytona 500 this year. Awesome for Allgaier. Coming fresh off the Xfinity Series Championship last season as well. And his long-time stay, obviously, at Junior Motorsports has definitely earned him to be the guy to have that ride. I'm not going to lie. When I saw that Junior Motorsports was going to have some sort of an announcement for Daytona, I figured it was going to be a Daytona 500 entry, but it was also on the same day that Kurt Busch was cleared medically to race in NASCAR again. And I wonder, I was like, man, is Kurt Busch going to run the Daytona 500 for Junior Motorsports? Because I was actually kind of thinking that that was potentially going to be the case. I'm like, that's kind of coincidental that both of these things are announced on the same day. Yeah, I've seen the news about Mike Wallace. We've already covered that on the channel, too. Granted, he appealed it, I believe, and then lost the appeal. It's got to be tough, though, when you're so excited to run the Daytona 500, expecting to run, the team is expecting you to run, and literally 3 weeks before, NASCAR's like, nope. I wonder how much sponsorship they potentially sold for that ride, expecting Mike Wallace to be in the car, and now they maybe have to find different funding and obviously a different driver, which I think they'll be able to do in 3 weeks. But 3 weeks also isn't a lot of time. Obviously, it's a non-charter team, so they're not going to be running the full season. Don't expect them to really compete to win the race either. You have a tough time even making the field. NBM's been probably the slowest team in the next-gen era, outside of the money team at times, whenever they've ran. The money team, though, most of the problem for them is broken parts. NBM's just slow, no matter who they put in that car. Whoever they put in that car is finishing 10 laps down on pace. There's long enough green flag runs, of course. Lost a spot there, got hung up on the outside. There were a couple cars that were stuck behind the driver who blew an engine. We're also not that far away from going a lap down because Chad McCumbie's only got a couple more lap cars between himself and where we're at. And a lot of clean air in front of the next lap car he is to get around. 3 lap cars now between first place and 17th. 17th, obviously, where Skinner's running. I keep getting pinched off. I don't feel like I'm making a late dive. A lot of the contact we've seen today, I'm on the inside and they just don't give me room to make the corner. Gave me room that time. We'll take away 16th. Got that spot back. Truck in front of us hit the curb. Yeah, Wings have a tough schedule upcoming. I was curious to see how long the win streak was going to last if we got through San Jose, because I could definitely see them losing the next couple games. Especially being on the road, too. I think this is going to be really interesting. They're hot right now, even with a loss. Are they going to be able to bounce back against a good team? And I think this could show whether they're playoff caliber or not, this upcoming stretch. You know, even if they get out of the road trip 500, they still have a good shot of fighting for that 8th seed. You know, I'm not going to say they're championship caliber by any means, but to at least get in the dance, something a lot of Detroit fans have been wanting for a while. Had a long streak of 25 consecutive years of making the playoffs. Now we've got a long streak of not making the playoffs. Whole lot of blocking by this truck right in front of us. Tried to back the corner entry up a little bit more there. Get the cut from the center off. But now he outbrakes us again. And holds on all the way around turns 1 and 2. Give him a little bump. Might have to just knock him out of the way at this point. I'm only on lap 41 of a 250 lap race. I don't want to damage the truck too much. Come on. I drove it in there pretty deep, but I need that spot. I do not have a lot of time to kill. We got Chad McCumbee on the move from the pole. Those, oh jeez, oh jeez. That was costly. It's the first time I clipped that inside wall. Oh, the truck we just passed just blew an engine. That's karma for him not letting me by sooner. Big thanks to everybody watching the stream right now. We got quite a few people in the chat. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Oh boy. I'll tell you what, the curb seems a lot more icy on this game as well. The older EA games before this, it didn't really want to spin you out as much as shoot you up the racetrack. This game, it wants to spin the car out. Kind of like the NASCAR Heat Series, really. If you're like driving on the curb all the way through the corner in the Heat games, they'd want to spin you out too. Especially no stability help. Month away from Daytona, baby. Oh, geez, that was a big moment. Big moment getting down into turn 1. Turn 3, sorry. I just want to stay on the lead lap in case we get a caution. Honestly, with being one of the last trucks on the lead lap, if we catch a caution, that'd be huge for us. Then we could just come down and take 4 fresh tires. Hope everybody else stays out. Maybe have a better chance of trying to carve through traffic. Because honestly, we got up to 15th and we've really stalled out. I'm having a tough time trying to catch these other drivers in front of us for position. Try to back the corners up on a little bit more than just the entry. It's so hard to back the corners up and not hit the curb. That's better. Not sliding the rear tires as much as well. Slow and steady wins the race. Said that from the start. Yeah, this game is so much different from NASCAR '07. I was so reliant on the short tracks being my bread and butter. And the mile and a halves were my Achilles heel. Now it's the complete 180. Sorry, I got to pause and take a drink for a second. Then, been trying to stay up on fluids all day. I don't know if I was coming down with a little bit of strep throat or something. Ever since Sunday night, I got back from the Red Wings game. And my voice has been shoddy all week. I mean, it's already Wednesday and I'm still kind of feeling lingering effects from it. Doesn't hurt to talk, but keeps wanting to cut in and out. I feel like definitely not sounding myself. Need a Stanley Cup. I need to get a Stanley Cup mug. I've seen those. One or two stops? Not sure yet. It seems as if the fuel window is a little bit less on this game. I feel like you have to pit more often. Like, we were just at a mile and a half yesterday in the Cup Series at Vegas. Or, sorry, not Vegas. Mile and a half at Atlanta in the Busch Series. That was the racetrack we were at yesterday. We were at Vegas the day before. But yeah, in that race, it was pretty much just a, 50 laps? 51 laps, about as much as I could go on fuel with no cautions. Most mile and a half's at 60 plus. Especially in the EA games we were just playing before NASCAR '08. "17 seconds off the lead now. Still 2 lap trucks between where Chad McCumbee, the race leader, is and our driver, Mike Skinner. I believe McCumbee has led them all. He definitely started on the pole. Had a cold since Sunday. Yeah, everything else feels fine. My sinuses feel a little clogged, but really it's just my voice. Like, my throat will have that stingy feel when I wake up in the morning, but then over the course of the day, it's gone. It doesn't hurt anymore. A lot of contact. Well, that was a spot. Wasn't the way I wanted to pass him. But it was the way we got the job done. No regrets. Haven't hit halfway out of gas yet. And we're at lap... Oh, jeez. I strove the inside wall getting into turn 1. I hit it on exit of turn 4 once. Maybe. It's going to be a tight one stopper, it looks like. If we catch a caution, though, I'm definitely pitting because we're one of the last cars on the lead lap, so I think I could benefit well from that. Now we just got to catch a caution. We usually get quite a few in this game. Although I will say with the Truck Series, it doesn't seem like we get nearly as many as the Busch and the Cup side. Especially the Cup. I think it's because of how slow they made these trucks, though. I have lost all the trucks ahead of me. For the most part. Where did they go? Yes. Oh, we got speed glitch. That's exactly what's going on. What was that? I noticed it right before it happened. Yeah, we were having a speed glitch. It's all of a sudden I was about a half a track behind everybody else. And the trucks from behind me just came roaring in. Way faster. Well, there's the caution. Look at how far back he is. He's like 6-7 car lengths back on the middle of the front straightaway. I hate that speed glitch with a passion in this game. I've seen it at every track. I don't know that there's a way around it. I'm pitting. I don't care. Give me fuel. Give me tires. Adrian K, thanks for tuning in. We did lose this. Excuse me. So sorry. Snuck up on me. Damn throat. Well, the good news is we were still on the lead lap when that happened. Only lost one spot on the restart. Oh my gosh. Creeping. Problem is, though, there's pretty much every truck in the field we have to pass. We got a handful of them behind us, but not many. I'm not trying to do... We got trucks all over the track. Crew chief's telling me to settle down. Acts like I'm driving like an idiot. Yeah, we still have to pit. Everybody's gonna have to pit one time yet. Contact behind us. I don't know who this guy is, but he's not giving me room. We're gonna have some problems, buddy. There we go. Lean on him a little. Making moves. I didn't realize we passed all those lap cars as quickly as we did. Up to 9th. Oh, a lot of contact. Yeah, they stacked up in front of us. So that's what happened. That was not on me. Oh, a lot of contact there, too. See ya. Ives as the crew chief. Oh, you're talking about for Allgaier, yep. I thought you were talking about this game for a second. She's talking about my crew chief. I'm like, he is? Could have easily fooled me there. Who was the crew chief in these older EA games? Was it actually a crew chief, or was it just some random voice guy that worked for EA Sports? I have zero clue. Clearly, otherwise I wouldn't be asking. It's kind of like the last restart. We get close enough to the front of the field where things start to spread out a little more, and I have a hard time trying to keep up. I'm just hoping we don't have another speed glitch. Know where Greg Ives went to college? No, I have no clue. Definitely pulled away from everybody behind us, at least. We do have 2 sets of tires left. We get 3 for the truck races. 4 for the Busch and 5 for the Cup side. Look at how separated the entire field is from us. They literally couldn't be any more separated. From Michigan. Michigan Tech. There you go. Yeah, I would have never guessed that. I don't really know where a lot of crew chiefs are from. I'm pretty good with knowing where all the drivers are from. A lot of past and present drivers, what state they're from in particular. I remember doing that Sporkle quiz during a rain delay a while back. I pretty much got all but like 2 current drivers' hometowns correct. Well, yellow's out for the second time today. Bunch the field together again. Oh. Little contact. Tends to happen more often than not at Martinsville. Hardly ever see a single car incident because somebody gets sideways. Usually somebody else is involved at a track like this. Staying out of the pits again. We're not quite in the fuel window. Don't want to use that next set of tires too. Just pit not that long ago. All right. Green flag back in the air. I want to see if I can gain spots on the outside while they check up. Oh my. I'm going to mute the mic. I am so sorry. Jeez. Take care of this. So disgusting. I am so sorry. You all didn't deserve that. The show must go on. Yeah, I'm definitely a bit under the weather, if you couldn't tell. I'm about to wreck, too, because of that. Look at where I'm at on the track. I'm going to unpause this and probably spin out. Oh, oh! I saw somebody else get loose. So we restarted in 7th. Oh! I don't know who that was. I got sent. Yeah, that curve just does not work. You really have to stay off of it at this track. I wonder if it's going to be like that at every track. It's really the first track we've had to deal with a curb. It's even at Old Spice Speedway on that road course. I don't think there's any curbing there. There's some apron you can use. Specific corners, but no curbing. Pass on Johnny Benson was for 6th. Chad McCumbie's dominated this race. The 2 restarts he's had to deal with, he's held on to the lead both times. All right. We're moving. Up to 5th. Oh! That was, I drove it in so deep there. I wheel hopped it. We're good. Try to get back in a rhythm again. A lot of fender banging on this this restart. This restarts just get more and more aggressive. Later we get in this race. Oh, big bounce off the curb on this guy. I did the same thing, though. I followed his line to a T. Yeah, McCumbie in that clean air. Looking real nice. You had too much of the curb there. Yeah. That's probably the worst slide I've had off the curb so far. That thing really got out from underneath me that time. This guy's holding me up. I catch him on the straightaways. Oh, gave us just enough room in the corner. Wow, there's a lot of smoke there. That was not for me, I can tell you that much. Ah, I got hit. Now I'm on the curb. We're good. We're good. This guy isn't for position either. I just looked up at the leaderboard. It is a lap car. I believe it's the truck that is the first one to lap down. Jesus. A lot of that was me hitting the curb. He also didn't give me a lot of room getting into the corner anyway, but that's okay. He was holding me up for too long. If I stay off the curb, I'm all right. Way easier said than done. All that smoke is for me that time. Driving like your older sister. Oh my gosh. You calling your older sister a bad driver? Oh my gosh, that was a big wheel hop. I tried to back it up that time and it did not want to hold. We're in a good spot. I'll take a 5th place run. I know I can do better, but I'm doing better than what I thought coming into this race. I mean, we really still do have a long ways to go. We're not even halfway yet. We're the only truck that's hit pit road so far, so I'd imagine the rest of the field's going to end up pitting around the halfway mark. Split this race in half. That will give us a pretty big advantage, or at least a little bit. So we eventually have to make our stop too. Which honestly, we could probably go about 60 plus laps on a full run. Never gives me that much fresher tires at the very end, honestly. Bad driver. She's pulling out as you're opening the door. It sounds like she's doing that as a joke. Jackson Thomas, thanks for tuning in, by the way. I didn't see it until just now. All right. Yeah, I'm really starting to lose these guys. They can hold on for so long. I really seem to lack on the long runs. The longer the run, the worse I get. It's kind of that same thing, though, where I pull everybody that I've already passed, but I have a hard time keeping up with trucks in front of me. Halfway. 125 down, 125 to go. I think we got another speed glitch going on. These trucks behind me caught me out of nowhere. Look at how much bigger the gap of the trucks ahead of us is getting again. 9 seconds. I've lost 4 seconds over the last 2 laps. So we've definitely got another speed glitch going on. They're going to run right through me. I really hate that this happens. That's how we got our first caution. One of the fantasy drivers just ran right into me. Because we technically have fresher tires. You would think we'd be more competitive with the front runners. 67 or so green flag lap, fresher tires. Ran about that many laps since we pitted. Oop. Bit squirrely getting up to speed that time. I hear some crunching going on behind us. There's definitely some contact that last corner. Oh, wow. That was a big whip in that corner for Travis Quapple. Same thing with that next truck behind us. Under 15 laps to go, 2 sets of tires left for ourselves in this race. I don't know if I'm going to use them both. Still waiting to see when everybody's going to pit, though. Again, the entire field has not made their pit stops yet. Might have some guys coming down right now, actually. So now we've got some pit stops for the first time today for the rest of the field. Slid the tires. Johnny Benson ran right into us. I was all over the place there. That was a speed glitch. Look at Johnny Benson. No reason he should pass us on the outside that quick. Whoa! This guy was on 2 wheels! What was that? That guy was on 2 wheels going into the corner. I don't know if they're gonna... Yeah, they did show it. He didn't hit the curb either. What was that? That's the second time I've gotten junked. That guy was going even faster than the last one. He basically did what Johnny Sutter did the last corner, only ran into me instead of passing me. There's literally nothing I could do to not only prevent that, but like, what am I supposed to do there? It's really hard to count that as being involved in an incident like I usually would, because there's literally, I mean, it's a glitch. It's a glitch in the game. So we're definitely going to pit for fuel and tires. We're in our window. That really bailed everybody out who was on their way to pit road, or who had not been yet to pit road. Caution number 3. I've never seen that. Guy was up on 2 wheels hauling it into turn 1 at Martinsville. Turn 3, actually. Yeah. Can't believe that. I actually won the race off pit road. I guess I'll take it. It's 5 bonus points. I don't know how fast we are to be up here, but we're up here now. Where's my Martinsville hot dog? It's still at the track. Start eating coney dogs every time we run a race at Martinsville. It only makes sense. There are not many trucks I should say, truck series. Not as many trucks left on the lead lap. Just over 200 to go. Or 100, sorry. Just over 100 to go. Bad math. 250 lap race. I haven't gone that far on tires though the whole race, so definitely gonna have to do our best to conserve them all the way to the checker. Ouch. That one hurt a little. Hurt the pride more than anything. Yeah, I don't own a hot dog rotisserie, so they're always boiled. Roasted over a fire, though, I'd argue is the best option. All right, so JJ Ships in the 151 truck is in second. And it appears we have 9 trucks on the lead lap. So there's definitely quite a few that are still in contention for the win. Skinner tries to do everything he can here to hold on to this lead. Oh, and we've got trouble. Just behind us, caution's out for the 4th time. Three wide. Yeah, that didn't work. 3 wide at Martinsville rarely works. Glad it was behind me. We had nothing to do with that one. Stay out of the pits and try to get together a good restart. I think Johnny Benson's the first truck a lap down on our inside. He's definitely quick. So it's going to be tough to stay in front of him. Especially him having the advantage being on the bottom lane. Oh, that was a big slide. Green flag back in the air. Got to find a way to get to the bottom, and we did. And then we slid again in the next corner and gave the bottom right back up again. And that is the second place truck, too. Going to lead that lap at the line. We'll cross over. Oh, he checked us. I didn't mean to dump him. Oh, my gosh. I did not mean to do that. I got hung up on him. He started it anyway. I was already underneath him. He just checks me right into the curb, and then I lost control of the curb, and then I got glued on his driver's side door. Such a lazy spit. Eric Darnell tried to gas it up and get to the lead himself, and he sandwiched us. Tempers are flaring at Martinsville. What do you know? What's new? Let's try that again. Actually, I'm not credited with the lead either when that caution came out. Darnell was not the leader either. He was still lapped down. Big yellow for Johnny Benson. He holds on to his lap. 90 to go. On the restart. I just said, oh my gosh! I just flipped Eric Darnell. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. How did that happen? Never have I ever. Jeez, he's dead. Just imagine Jim Ross on commentary. Good God, they killed him. My God, he's dead. Eric Darnell did not do anything wrong there. I was just trying to gun it underneath him. I didn't think he was going to flip. The hell? That's the second time we've seen a truck break physics at Martinsville here today. RIP to Eric Darnell in the chat. He's a nice guy, I would imagine. Never heard anything bad about him, so I guess he can't be... Well, we're back in the lead. Kind of worked. All right. Whoa, that guy just... What was he doing? It's a weird time for rear wheel spin. Okay, we got to the bottom. Oh my gosh. If I'm not hitting them, they're hitting each other. All hell's breaking loose in Martinsville. Oh, we're just creeping to get through these corners. There's a lot of contact there, too. We got a speed glitch going on again right now. Like my truck is just not making it through the corners whatsoever. We might have a speed glitch going on. Look how quick that lap car just passed us on the outside. It's not going to pull away from us, though. 134 truck behind us is definitely on the lead lap. That'd be Craig Kinzer. Forgot they put Craig Kinzer in a fantasy number for some reason in this game. I don't know why they did that. So he's an actual driver in what was not an actual ride. Oh my gosh, he was up on two wheels and he didn't hit the curb either. Why is everybody driving on the right side tires? Doesn't make any sense. Michael Howard, thanks for tuning in. Use the brakes. Definitely using them. It's the only way you can make a corner at Martinsville. Need to use more brakes, though, that's for sure. But then that happens. I back the corner up, I get ran over from behind. Just goes to show I'm holding these guys up. We're definitely not the quickest. Who's going to get by me first? That's going to be the question here. Ah, that curb. That curb was gnarly. That was the whole field to check up. At least they didn't hit me that time. Oh, they hit each other, though. Greg Genzer got shafted. He was up in the asphalt above the concrete in the middle of the corner. I don't think he got a piece of the wall, though. Nobody gives 2 Fs tonight. Clearly. Oh, what was that, dude? Is that Johnny Benson? He just dumped his teammate. Does he think he's Ty Gibbs or something? Can't just go wrecking team. Oh, that wasn't okay. That wasn't Johnny Benson. I thought it was Johnny Benson. Oh man, they really piled up further in the back. Poor Eric Darnell in the middle of it again. At least we know he's not dead. I saw Johnny Benson pass us, but he wasn't the one that dumped us. Well, you know what I'm going to do here? I got to stay out of the pits again. And I ain't going nowhere. There's 73 to go still. Oh my gosh, they're hitting each other. I'm getting hit. Hold it, hold it. 3 wide on the top. 3 wide on the top. I gotta get to the bottom quick. Oh, we got a hole. Got it. Can't let the leader get away. Oof. This guy might start driving away from me. Gotta run. Just can't let him get away. Try the over-under. There we go. Great move. On the high side, backed it up. Really angled off turns 1 and 2 beautifully. Had the bottom down the back straightaway and on turn 3 entry, and there we are. All 36 wives came around and slapped me in the face. Well, that's just random. Whose wife, wasn't it Max Pappas who got slapped by somebody's wife once? I still remember that. That was hilarious. I can't remember whose wife it was, though. Poor Max Pappas. They're just arguing, and he just gets slapped in the face by the dude's wife after a on-track altercation. Oh, come on. Yeah, I honestly don't remember who it was. I just remember him getting slapped across the face. Post-race at some road course. Might have been Watkins Glen, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Definitely a road course, considering he was only running the road courses primarily. Girlfriend, not wife. I will say, though, if you have a spouse that's willing to do that for you, granted, it probably escalated way quicker than it should have. I don't think Pappas deserved that. She might be a little crazy, but it was like it's a reverse Will Smith is what it was. Keep my husband's name out your damn mouth. That's probably what happened. That's probably what she said right before she slapped him. .55 laps to go here at Martinsville. A lot of contact there. A lot of bottom open. Johnny Benson going for the lead. He's got it. Just able to get back to the inside. Dettlebug 5, thanks for tuning in. Physically, I'm doing well. Outside of my throat's a little hoarse, but everything else is going well. Well, the race is kind of hit or miss, but at least we're in second. Now that Johnny Benson's the driver who's leading, though, it's going to be really, really tough to try to pass him. I mean, you're probably talking the strongest truck in the field up at the front now. Although we haven't seen Chad McCumbee in a minute. He was dominating the race from the pole earlier. I have no clue where he's at now. I haven't looked up at the leaderboard pretty much the whole race. It's kind of hard on these shorter tracks like this. Especially with all that's happening in traffic today. So there's been a lot going on at once. On top of my truck not handling great, too. He could be out. I'm looking for it. Chapman's out. Nope. Okay. McCumbie's still in the race. He must be in the top 10 somewhere then. I didn't notice him in the back half of the field. He's not in the top 5. $15. Guess he's not in the top 10 after all. I just missed him the first time through the leaderboard then. So Chad McCumbie's in 15th. Right in the middle of the pack. Is that Road America? Which Phoenix is better? 2005 or 1985? Honestly, don't really remember 1985 all that well. I mean, I wasn't alive at that point, so I wouldn't have seen that version of Phoenix live. I don't know that I've actually sat down and watched an old enough Phoenix race from around that time. So just for that alone, I'd have to go 2005. I'm assuming you're asking about the layout of the track. Because this definitely changed quite a bit over the years. Many, many versions of Phoenix. The one we have right now may not be the last one either. Whenever they go to repave that place again 15, 20 years down the line, they'll probably change it again. The Pappas slapping, is that when it was then? 2013? Road America. Or is that something different? So is Pappas involved in 2 slapping altercations then? Or are you talking about the same one we were talking about? I mean, if it's Billy Johnson, that's probably why I don't remember who that is. Probably another road course ringer of some sort. From the 2010s. Early 2010s. That's an obscure one for sure. Mighty Google has struck gold again. Alright, every time I get into a circumstance where I'm like evenly behind the guys who are in front of me, which is only one guy right now, and that's Johnny Benson. And then the trucks that are behind us, that's when we get these speed glitches. So we've had a few of them already tonight. Just watch how close those trucks behind me are going to end up catching me here soon. I feel it coming. It's going to end up happening again. I just know it. We've been in this situation 2 or 3 times already tonight. We're getting right back into that kind of a situation again. They're going to be 6, 7, 8 car lengths behind me on the middle of the straightaway and just ram it right into my back bumper. There's no way I can hold on to the truck, too. This is the reason why I've spun 2 or 3 times. Oh, yeah, truck up against the wall. It's behind Benson because Benson's passed quite a few lap trucks already, actually. Did not bring out a caution, though. Would have been nice if it did bring out a yellow, bunch the field back together again, give us a shot at Benson. He's gone. We're definitely not catching him if it stays green. We only got 34 laps to go now. Better track, Kansas or Charlotte? Charlotte's definitely grown on a lot of people, I feel like, with this next-gen era. But I'm still going to go Kansas because I think Kansas, personally, to me, was the best mile and a half even before the next-gen. So I'm going to go Kansas. I think there were a lot of people sleeping on Kansas for a long time. I mean, even in the mid-2000s, in the Gen 4 car, they were putting on probably better mile-and-a-half races than a lot of other mile-and-a-half tracks on a consistent basis. That Homestead, it's always been like that. Atlanta, too. Atlanta's obviously a different animal now, but those were the 3. Year over year, quality of racing was great. But Kansas was probably slept on more than in Atlanta or a Homestead, I feel. Now with this next-gen car, it's everybody's gravitated towards Kansas. Could be wearing the 51 full-time this year. I knew that there was murmurings of that. So, yeah, I really have no idea where Corey LaJoie's going. I'd imagine you'll probably see him part-time somewhere. Only 4 seconds, 5 seconds or so behind Johnny Benson. But there are a ton of trucks between us and Benson. Haven't seen the speed glitch yet, but they're getting there. Yeah, they're definitely starting to close on me all of a sudden. We've got the speed glitch going on because it was a 4.5 second lead. What, 3-4 laps ago? And now it's 8 seconds? Why does it do this? Why do we go from 4.5 seconds to 8 seconds back in a couple laps with no traffic? And no monstrous tire wear. Like, I'm not giving up that much extra time. I mean, yeah, my lap times are 0.7 slower now than what they were on the fresh tires, but it's been like that. It wasn't just all of a sudden. Next asphalt to be repaved. Probably Darlington. They've already had to patch it. So I'd probably imagine that Darlington will be the next repave. Either that or Richmond. I think they're going to try to hold on to Richmond as much as they can, especially with this next-gen car, because the reason it produces as good of racing as it does is because of the strategy and all the tire wear they have. If they got rid of the tire wear, this current next-gen car the way it is, that would not be a good race or fun race to watch. So what little life Richmond has in its current state, they need to hang on to that. I would probably think Darlington. And honestly, Darlington is like one of the only tracks a repave doesn't really ruin it. Because it's still Darlington. He's still narrow. It's still fast. The degree of passing has always been hard there. I didn't think the races in the mid to late 2000s after the last repave at Darlington were bad by any means, so I would probably lean towards that being the next. Caution is out again with 21 laps to go. And that will give us another chance. Debris, it looks like, bringing out the yellow flag. Yeah, 19 years has definitely been a while. All right. We got a chance. We were over 8 seconds behind Johnny Benson, but this debris caution with 21 laps to go is going to bunch the field back together again, and we will have another crack at it. All I wanted was a shot. Things are about to get nutty. I can tell you that right now. Just got to hope the truck makes it to the checkered flag. Can't be too stupid here. Got to make it. It's been beaten and battered all race. 16 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. Skinner not wasting any time getting to the bottom of the racetrack. 2 lap trucks going to be able to pull alongside or in front of Johnny Benson. Skinner taking advantage of that. Low contact. Benson's got to run off the exit of the corner. As I'm losing my voice. Will my voice hold on? And will Skinner hold on to win? I drank the rest of my water during that last caution. Can Skinner hold on for 14 more laps? Darnell's up to second now. Dude was on his roof earlier. Broke physics. Now he's trying to break through the victory lane. And he just ran it way up the track. Getting into turn 3, and he's going to lose several positions. And a big hole all of a sudden just opened up. .180 truck looking for the lead. Hits the curb. Kills his corner exit speed. Skinner still there. More contact. Fighting to get back to the bottom and cut Benson off. Truck coming out of the pits just in front of us. It might be a slow truck. Kind of hard to tell. Random time for a pit stop with 12 to go. 11 now. Shortly after a restart, too. Actually, you know what? That might have been the truck that brought out the debris caution. Both right side tires in the yellow on the tire wear indicator. 10 laps to go at Martinsville. Fantasy driver trying to pull off the upset and get the truck race win. Carswell got a win in the second race of the year. Fontana pulling off an upset. Might have our second fantasy driver winning this season. This time it's Howe that's leading. Howe leads, 9 laps to go. Big hit off the curb for Skinner. That's going to be huge in a costly manner. Lost a lot of time with that because I made contact with the lap truck that was on our outside. After making contact with the curb as well. Trying to be smooth and steady. Trying to reel him in. Six to go. We're close. Clipped the curb on entry, but didn't mess the truck up that time. TJ Bell's up to third. Travis Quapple's fourth, and Benson falls to fifth now. Chad McCumbee in his return through the field's up to sixth. Very well that it's going to be McCumbee leading the most laps today. He's definitely led over 100 of them. So close. 180 gapped us that last lap just a bit. We were closer 2 laps ago than what we were that time at the line. Another shot off the curb again. Slide the rear tires in the middle of the corner. That also hurts. Just pushing hard right now at this point. A little too hard. Back the corners up a little bit more. Don't hit the curb. That was better, but still wasn't perfect. Room for improvement still. Yeah, the curb got me there. I don't think I'm going to get him now. 6/10 back with 2 to go. We have to be perfect through these 2 corners on both laps if we're going to have a chance. Yeah, clip the curb again. It's right on corner exit, too. Skinner with a run. Trying. Not much of a run. A little too far back and they're driving in deep. Ah, I slid. I tried to get to his bumper. It's just too far back. Checker flag waves and Howe is going to get the win. Skinner brings it home second. Honestly, take that. I'll take a second place run. So Howe gets the win, started second, wins the race, leads 32 laps. 45 laps led for ourselves. Mike Skinner, our teammate Johnny Benson led 40, and Chad McCumbee did lead over 100 laps easily. Leads the most. From the pole, finished 6th. Led 121 of 250. 1 hour, 42 minutes, 28 seconds. Total time in this race, 76.99 mile per hour average race speed. Margin of victory, 0.3 of a second, 8 cautions, and 23 lead changes. Howe with the win, Mike Skinner second, TJ Bell third, Travis Quapple fourth, Johnny Benson fifth, Chad McCumbee in sixth, Eric Darnell seventh, Spencer Carswell in eighth, ninth for Craig Kinzer, and JJ Ships rounds out the top 10. 20 trucks finished on the lead lap. And as far as DNFs go, it looks like we had 4 of them, all fantasy drivers, C. Vance, Chris Parker, C. Chapman, and Jay Thomas. So that wraps up our 4th race of the season and our first short track race on NASCAR 08. And we'll be running at Kansas Speedway tomorrow night on the channel, also a truck race. And that will likely be a 50% race. It looks like we'll just do a 100 lapper there. Maybe we'll run the full one. We'll see. Depends on how my voice is feeling, because if it's feeling like it is right now, I don't think I could do a full one. Ricky Bobby Productions. Thanks for tuning in right at the end. I'll take second. I didn't have the best truck. I got some laps led. Got 5 bonus points. And the best truck didn't win either. McCumbee finished 6th. Benson, who probably was right there with them on speed, barely got a top 5 as well, so we beat them at least. So how? Gonna win the race. You gotta take a look at the point standings before we get out of here. 4 races into the season, so it's still gonna be pretty tight. Yeah, I don't know what the Toyota is yet. I was wondering that for the Busch Series as well. 59-point lead over Eric Darnell, 112 over Carswell, who has a win this season. McCumbee leading all the laps he has this year is 4th. And Noah Howe, who was our race winner, 127 points, back in 5th. Travis Quapple 6th. Johnny Benson, not Johnny Sutter. Johnny Benson in 7th. Red Stewart 8th. DJ Bell 9th. Jet Vance, top 10 in points. Thanks for Oh man, I really can't talk. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. My voice is shot. We're going to be back and better. It feels like I'm yelling, but I'm like barely getting it out. Have a good rest of your night. Needless to say, Thanks for watching. As always, hopefully we get to stream again tomorrow, depending on my voice. See you guys, hopefully, if not tomorrow, the following night, 6 p.m. Eastern. You know the drill. And NASCAR 08 will be back yet again.